Introducing the LEGO Ideas Orient Express. This set celebrates the 140th anniversary of the Orient Express. It consists of 2,540 pieces, and it's going to retail for $300 starting on December 1st. The train features removable roofs to allow access to the detailed interior, 8 LEGO minifigures including the conductor, a chef, staff, and a variety of passengers. LEGO sent me this set early to reveal and also review. My review will be coming out on November 25th. Hey, while I was in Denmark, I actually saw this product on hand during a presentation from the designer. Here are some images that I was able to obtain during that time. I've been holding on to this information for quite some time, and today we're finally revealing it. With the locomotive, tender, and 2 passenger cars, this set is really long, measuring 116 centimeters or 45.5 inches. It's also 8 centimeters or 3 inches wide and 12 centimeters or approximately 5 inches tall. The locomotive looks amazing, like it is so highly detailed. I cannot wait to build this thing. One of my favorite things about it is actually the name of the train, Sapphire Star. That name is definitely aligning this with a different LEGO set known as the Emerald Knight. The sides of the sleeper cars look amazing. I love those sideways windows and also all of the print pieces along the tops, which indicate where this train was actually stopping along its journey. This train just looks absolutely beautiful. Like, look at that locomotive and look at the train. Oh my gosh, it is gorgeous. One thing I will say though, as per the designer, he mentioned this during his presentation while I was in Denmark, this cannot be powered up. Well, at least the instructions don't show you how to power it up, simply because it's too heavy. So with that said, it is a display piece. There's all sorts of interior details, such as a bunch of places to sit and sleep. There's also a typewriter and a backgammon board. A bunch of sticker elements are used to add detail to this model, and then there is a dining car as well. And even what looks to be a double-decker couch. I'm just kidding, I know those are beds. There's something about that rounded bar that I really like. This model was built based on the actual train, and apparently a bunch of the decorations within actually are based on its destinations. As you saw throughout those images there, this set comes with a fantastic selection of minifigures, and it looks like you'll be able to use those to tell a whole bunch of different stories throughout the train. You know what I wish, and I'm sure a whole bunch of you are going to agree with this statement? I wish that the Hogwarts Express was exactly like this, because it fits on the standard track. With that said, the track that it sits on is custom built similar to the crocodile locomotive. And once again, it's meant to be a display piece rather than something that's going to be cruising around your LEGO city, although I'm sure a bunch of you are going to figure out how to motorize this beautiful train. So as I mentioned, my official review of this product will actually be out on November 25th. I'm sure I could have spent 15 minutes looking at those pictures and sort of picking apart every single little detail, because clearly there is lots to see with this. What I'm most curious about is, am I going to be able to motorize it? For example, the Hogwarts Express that I have in my city, we actually powered up the tender using Moonman Bricks instructions. Very easy to do. And I'm wondering if I'll be able to power up this tender and have it go around the LEGO city. My only concern is I don't know if it's going to be able to handle the standard RC track curves, which are radius 40, I believe. Might have to increase that to a R56, a radius 56 studs, which I don't have space for in my city. I've always wanted to do that, to get like third-party 3D printed train track, and then it could handle big trains like this and also like the wider trains as well. But I just don't have the space to do something like that. That would be super neat though. I'm sure you'd be able to power it up, but like the designer mentioned, it might be too heavy for your standard like Bluetooth receiver and standard train drive wheels to power. But I'm sure there's a bunch of people out there that might use like extra large motors and some Technic gears to try and get this thing operational. I've never experimented with that. I've always used your standard like train components. But I'm just curious to know if those could handle it. You know, you could put 2 of them in one train, but then you're adding more weight, right? So I'm interested to see. The designer said it himself that they didn't want to do it just because it was too heavy, but I know there are going to be people out there that power this beauty up, and it is going to be pretty spectacular when I see it going around people's Lego cities, and maybe one day it'll be going around mine. But I'd imagine it'll probably be sitting on a shelf somewhere, because I've got the big Hogwarts train up there, and then above that I actually have the crocodile locomotive, and this would look pretty cool up there beside the crocodile locomotive. I never powered up the crocodile locomotive. You can, but I never did, just because I didn't think the scale of it was right. Plus, I don't have a train yard. So, like, right now, my city's not really set up for trains like that. Although, maybe one day I will have a larger train yard. I used to have one that was underneath the Lego city. But once again, it just came down to a matter of accessibility and hurting my back and knees going down there and firing up the trains and all that. So, yeah, it just comes down to space and also the ability to power big things like this up. So what do you think of the Orient Express? I think it's a gorgeous train. There's no denying that it's gorgeous. If you think otherwise, well, then I disagree with you. I think this thing is beautiful. It's crazy. $300 though, right? 2,540 pieces. So it's definitely on the expensive side based on that piece count. Wow. Yeah. There we go. That's my official reveal of the Orient Express. I hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for some more great stuff, and have yourselves a fantastic day. Farewell.